cartoon you watched? Ashikoshi. That
Achikoshi.
doesn't sound like words to me.
Well, it's Achi is like it's kind of like here there. Yeah, you can't really translate the title. Anyway, it was just kind of cutesy, and yeah, it was like a kind of romance crap. It was good. I liked it.
Soft and pleasant, I guess.
Yeah.
To each their own. I say that, but what I really think is you're disgusting for liking things different from what I like.
Why does that?
Alright, I need to engage in some trading. I need to buy some regret orbs. I regret playing this game. I'm going to try to apply them to myself in real life.
What could...
Two chaos to a regret, that's ludicrous. Let's see what the ratios on the board are.
So what could be what?
What do you want?
Well, I finished re-downloading the higher quality RIP of Cardcaptor Sakura. It's higher quality.
Fair enough. I was going to say, fuck's sake, how much of that show do you need? But, yeah, right, I understand.
It's so adorable.
That's not the right reasons to like things. Stop having fun wrong.
It is a shame that we have watched Hellsing Ultimate because, that was just such a great thing to watch together.
Exactly, yeah. There are other things similar, I'm sure, but I don't think we want to do the same thing. You know?
Yeah. It just won't be the same. Okay, and what's in the download folder? Alt Monogatari. It's one of those, what's it called? Yeah, World Masterpiece Theatre. Back in 19 canteen, Japan liked to do 52 episode series, loosely based on books and stuff, especially from the West. And so that's what Heidi was. Heidi was one of those. And there's also one based on the book. Oh fuck! I think I've read this book. What was it called? Hang on. Alt Monogatari. I'm gonna try and find the name of the actual book. Treasure of the Snow. Have you read that book?
Treasure of the Snow?
Treasures of the Snow by Patricia
No.
St. John. Set in a Swiss mountain village. I mean, you should also read Heidi, but this is also a really good book. This is a book that my mother owned. I read this book. It was quite sad, actually. And then somehow I also read a copy of Heidi. I don't know how. I don't know how, because my mum doesn't own a copy of Heidi, but somehow I read that as a kid. What the fuck? Did I borrow it from a library? I don't know, maybe. We could watch... Okay, what do I have? Cosmo Warrior Zero.
Cosmo Warrior Zero.
Actually, no, we can't watch that because the video format it's in has a temporary bug in FFmpeg, which makes it really skippy and laggy. And the only good RIP is in that format, so we can't do that. That's a shame. We could watch all of Dragon Ball.
I don't think we could.
Well, Dragon Ball is only 153 episodes, and then Dragon Ball Z is only... How many episodes is that? Where is it saved? Yeah, and Dragon Ball Z is only 291 episodes. Why did I download it?
Why did you download it?
Trump 2016 says comic book girl in the chat.
Yes. I have to say the politics in Path of Exile was perhaps a little reactionary.
Trump, he thinks he's running for president. Trump, he's filed for bankruptcy 4 times.
What? I don't know if any of that is true, but...
Trump, his hair is like a nest of birds. His face is as orange as his hair.
This doesn't even rhyme. Are you even trying?
He thinks climate change isn't real, and he thinks China invented it.
What?
Trump. Hang on, I'll find the webm. You can stream the webm. In fact, no, I put the webm in the shared folder. Yeah, Trump.webm.
I don't think I'm offering a particularly horrific ratio. It varies between 1 and 2 chaos for an Orb of Regret, and I'm offering 1.5 chaos per orb.
Or you could, like, not put the weapon on. You know.
I need to fiddle with the stream to get it to actually see the webm, so...
Okay. Well, think about it.
Let me see what I can do.
We could watch Log Horizon.
What did you call it?
The weapon, or the thing I recommend.
The weapon.
Trump.weapon.
Oh, hang on, I got a message back. Trump.weapon, remembered. Log Horizon, I've heard of it. 30 for an X.
Well, basically, the way that Log Horizon was recommended to me was... So someone said, you liked .hack, right? I said, yes. And they said, you thought that Sword Art Online was shit, yes? And I said, yes. And they said, imagine, like, .hack, but again, but not shit. And I said, sold. Sword Art Online isn't very good.
Sword Art Online isn't very good. Well...
It's not very good.
What I've heard is that if you pretend it ends after the first, what do they call, half season, then it's okay.
Yeah, the problem is that, you know, it doesn't actually end. No, basically, for me, the setting of Sword Art Online is just way less believable, because they wanted to be a long-running anime, basically. So they went, we've got a story, but we'll bastardize the story so that it makes sense to keep making more of it, even though it just doesn't make sense at all. So, like, you've got people trapped in an MMO, and people are still being... You know, it's one of those, they're trapped in an MMO, and if they die in the MMO, they die in real life things.
But...
Which is a bit silly anyway, but even if you accept that, people just don't act sensibly.
I really don't want to trade my regrets, my Val Orbs for regrets, but if I could trade, like, a...
But,
6.
Yeah, no, people know that they're trapped and they know that they die if they get killed, but they still go out and, like, try and fight the game and keep getting killed, and there are tons of player killers, which is just stupid. And the main characters are just, like, preposterously over. It's just crap. It just doesn't work. There's no tension, there's no drama, there's no real character building. It's just crap.
Right, that didn't work.
The Log Horizon is apparently, like, just, you know, it takes itself a little bit more seriously, but it doesn't try to put up this kind of ridiculous, oh, but they die, or it's just people stuck in the MMO and people kind of living their lives and kind of a bit calmer, and it doesn't just try and, like, it doesn't try to make a hype machine for itself, which is what Sword Art Online was obsessed with doing. I don't know, I didn't like it, can you tell?
It does seem like you had some problems with it.
Yeah, I had a few issues. What else have I got then? I've got... Well, there's one thing that we could watch that was short. I've got the OVA for Riding Bean, which is 45 minutes long, and it's apparently very funny. It's sort of 80s or 90s. It's 45 minutes. Yeah. I think it's about... Is it about cars? I don't even fucking know. Is it about cars? It might be about... It's about police and or cars, probably.
Police and or cars, probably.
Yeah, that is as much as I can pin it down. I've been told it's quite good.
Alright.
Is it still checking...
We have a number of options then.
No, we've got loads. I mean, I also have... we could watch Gun Frontier.
Gun Frontier. These all sound, shit.
Well, Gun Frontier is basically like, imagine all the Captain Harlock characters being the exact same kind of, being the same except not in space, but in like a Wild West setting. Hey, it works for me.
Well, how about,
Hang on, did I already download that? Oh, nice! I didn't realise I downloaded that. Fucking hell. Okay, force check. Oh, nice. Yeah, what's the folder name?
alright, I managed to get myself my regret orbs in the end. I suppose we ought to watch something Christmassy, but it's November and I just can't drum up the shits to give. Alright, how many refund points do I need to use? 1, 2... I'll hang on to those for now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7...
Why is it not, like, doing the recheck?
8, 9, 10? Depending how I want to... Really, I should drop all of them. Yeah, no, I'd be dropping these two.
Oh, right, it's because it's there. This should go here into overflow seed paste. I think that was the problem. I have a torrent that I downloaded from Anime Bytes, and I forgot to set it seeding, and it got deleted from Anime Bytes for having no seeds, but I still have the torrent open, but just somehow it's pointing to the wrong place. Yeah. So I'm now putting it in the right place, and then I'm going to start seeding it again, because seeding. Yeah. Well, on Anime Bytes you get like points and shit for like constantly seeding, so which you can exchange for either pointless things or for ratio. Like for instance, I currently have 5,000 yen. I get about 500 a day from the terabyte that I'm currently seeding, and I'm going to buy something pointless with it. Done. So they have a shop that you can spend your bonus points on ratio or on sweets.
Well,
and you can buy one of each sweet. The idea is that you get a load of yen, buy one of all the sweets, and then just brag about having them all, and then just spend the rest on.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. You've been saying sweets, but I think it's just some weird German pronunciation of e-peanuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I get you now.
Yeah, so there's the cookie, there's a cupcake, there's a cake, there's milk, there's... Okay, for some reason sushi also counts in this category. But there's dango.
Sushi can be reasonably sweet, I guess.
It can, but the picture they have is of one with like fish. So.
Well, No. I'm thinking like fish sushi. I mean, not like sweet, sugary sweet level sweet, but
I see. This like is in sweet and sour sweet kind of.
yeah, you know, sweet in the way that savoury foods can be sweet.
Yeah, okay. I do actually know what you mean. Yeah. Okay, someone just recommended on Anime Bites a film called Jui Chininiru. They were 11, and the picture they used is of an English language DVD cover that has a you know where like things have like they quote reviews and put them on like film posters and so on, or on like DVD boxes. They've literally got the one word engaging. That could have been from any context at all. It looks really shit. With the discovery, I'll read the synopsis. With the discovery of warp navigation, the inhabitants of Terra Earth have expanded into space for several centuries. Numerous planet nations have emerged as a result. I think I've heard that paragraph like a million times. In process of expansion, humans met inhabitants of other systems, such as Sava and Seguru. After many cycles of war and peace, the various planet nations signed the Interstellar Alliance Treaty. This is literally the same as a million other things. At long last, peaceful coexistence in space has been achieved. Cosmo Academy, established 120 years ago to usher in the new... This is awful!
Really?
This is crap! Okay, the applicants leave for their final test in groups of 10, but when Tada's group arrives on the Esperanza, they are horrified to discover an 11th member. Which of them is the 11th member? And what is his purpose? This sounds awful.
What? What do you mean, which of them? How do they not know?
I don't know.
Oh, this, I don't recognise this guy. Which of us is extra?
It looks so crap.
It seems like...
How has it got a global rating of 7 out of 10? What are they doing?
Alright, what was on my to-watch list before I abandoned the notion entirely? Nothing funny, I don't think. It was all serious shit.
I wasn't going to recommend that thing because, you know, I'd have to, like, waste ratio on actually downloading it. Fuck that. Fuck that. We could also consider. I mean, I've had Full Metal Panic on my watch list for ages. We could start that if you wanted.
I think the only things on there that were ever mimetic are like Chaika and Madoka.
I've got Chaika saved.
Are we committed to that now? I really hope not, because I was also going to suggest Senka-Roll, which actually sounds good.
Are you telling me that Chaika doesn't sound good?
Or Technolize, because there's almost no dialogue in the first episode, so you can plan while we're watching it. No too arty.
I don't know whether I want to watch Technolize yet.
You really?
I don't really feel into it.
It's pretty arty and miserable, as I understand.
If that's the only real comment, it's like, well, I don't know.
As I understand, it's very good. I haven't finished it though.
Yeah, people shitting eggs full of paint is arty.
Well, now there's a question: what is art? Are we deep yet?
We are deep. You know, things can be art, but it doesn't make them good.
That's a very good point.
God, I still can't get out of my head that fucking thing with the giant cloth, like, human that, like, decomposed and it, like, shat out a baby and, like, its organs came out and there was a pig. Do you remember that thing?
Oh, yeah. that whole video. What
the fuck was that?
I mean, it was depraved. There's no denying it.
But it was definitely art.
I can't deny that it was indeed, as you say, art.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I have to like it.
Exactly, it was awful. Or we could watch Upote.
You what?
Upote.
Bless you.
I'll give you episode 1. It's the it's a cutesy anime about like women and about cute girls and guns.
Has anything ever gone well that starts it's a cutesy anime?
Yes, all the time.
Am I permitted to not be convinced of this fact?
So, okay, our options so far. Have you seen Demolition Man yet?
No.
Stallone film.
I doubt it.
Because I really like it. How big is it? It's only 3 gigabytes. That's not too large.
That's something to consider. I like how it was made in the glorious West.
As opposed to the degenerate East.
Exactly. You're making these noises like you don't understand exactly what I'm talking about.
I understand, I just don't agree.
Well...
I've got a really high quality rip of Mononoke Hime.
I think I have as well, although I'm not entirely sure if it's really high quality. Adequately high quality.
I have the rip by them. It's in high 444p. It's even better than high 10p.
High 444p.
Yeah. It's one of those video encoding modes that will literally never get hardware decoding. I've got a few things by this group in that format, and while they won't play on my old AMD APU toaster, they will play on anything like actually modern without any problems. I've got. You've seen it, but coming up soon, I think, on my watch list will be Steins Gate.
I have to say, it is very funny in a way. No, I wouldn't vote for that. I mean,
no, I wasn't going to say it as a thing to watch, but I was just giving that as a comment that I have that and that's coming up for me soon.
All right, just remember, if you do feel put off around episode 7, it gets really good at 11. Up until then, it's just good.
Okay. So okay.
If you don't like it at all, by like episode 3, just drop it.
Yeah, sure.
Usual rules apply.
Yeah, but after then, there's an additional step.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to actually. There's one thing that I do actually want to watch, but it's in a video format that is having a bit of a problem at the moment. I'm gonna message the NPV guys again. No, I don't know. I'll ask AW4. Yeah, so I was going to suggest the 3-episode Magic Knight Rayearth OVA. I've not seen it yet. I've been told it's better than at least the 2nd season of the anime, despite being, strictly speaking, unrelated. But it might be something fun to watch. But it's in a video format that's got problems at the moment, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why did it default to English? Okay, it does have Japanese. Good. Well, I can confirm that it's dubbing. But that's nothing new.
People in the chat are like, in this thread, people who don't understand what a boom-bust cycle is. It's not a thread. Just because we act like we're 4chan doesn't mean we are.
Well, it still kind of is a thread. Threads can be like abstract and like metaphysical.
I see your point, but this is getting to sort of Jesus doesn't need to actually exist in order to save us level abstraction, I think.
Where did I submit that again? Conf.cat.
It's a sapphire ring I haven't seen before.
Oh, did you watch the Trump weapon yet? You didn't, did you? You should.
I haven't, no. Let me
It's funny.
head to a relatively safe corner of the map and broadcast our glorious opinions to the world. And so
You are all faggots.
pretty much.
Something. Yeah, your stream is like
Alright.
weird, goes weird on me sometimes.
Window capture. Webums. Window Trump.webm. Alright, so then I'll switch to that. Oh goodness, that's his buttocks.
I can't see it appearing yet. I hope to. I hope to.
I'm going to see if I can persuade it to be a large buttocks without.
Sources Webum like it. I like it. I've seen. Yeah, I've just seen you show the buttocks.
It's no good though. It's capturing a small part of the buttocks.
That's fine. Just oh, what the hell is that problem?
Okay, something interesting happened. The Hall of Mirrors is real, but I think it works when it's not busy exploding the recursion depth.
Oh, hello. That is a recursion. Here we go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it works.
Oh my.
Trump, he thinks he's running for president. Trump, he's filed for bankruptcy.
I'm listening to the weather.
Trump, his hair looks like a nest of birds. His face is as orange
God.
as his hair. He thinks climate change isn't real, and he thinks China invented it. He speaks out against immigrants. His Twitter's like a parody account. Trump, 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 Trump. Trump, Trump, hires extras to clap at press conferences. Trump has flame wars with many celebrities. Trump gives Twilight actors dating advice, even though he's been married 3 times. Thinks vaccines link to autism and light bulbs cause cancer. He called Rosie O'Donnell fat. He says he's taking down ISIS. He thinks he can run the entire country, but they won't let him run his casinos. Trump, 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 he's rich, you're fired. Trump, Trumpity Trump, Trump!
What can I say? Trump for Caesar. It goes without saying, of course, that we showed that for discussion purposes and criticism,
As far as I can see, it didn't even
under
show.
fair use, etc.
You know,
My criticisms would be what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fucking fuck, in that order.
Well, I mean, I was watching the stream, but I didn't actually see the weapon at any point.
Oh, did it not work?
It didn't appear to show on the screen, no.
That's annoying. It seemed like it was working, but
No, it didn't actually show on the screen.
we'll have to do it again later.
Yeah. And then Ethiopian children not weapon.
I have seen that one before, and I feel it's slightly offensive. So,
It's funny though.
you know, no one cares if you offend Trump.
Humour, we must have that.
Oh yes, level up for poison arrow. Oh, that feels good. So, We didn't decide what to watch, but we just generated a lot of options, which, according to several theories of how to decide things, is the right thing to do.
Well, having too many options is almost as bad as having no options.
Possibly. I have heard that argued.
Well, it's not so much that having the options is worse.
What you have to understand, though...
It's just that... No, it's not that having too many options is actually worse. The issue is that we're kind of adapted under the assumption that you tend to actually not have very many options. So our deciding algorithms are simply not equipped to handle having...
Yeah, and so, you end up feeling bad about all the options you didn't pick.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at all the things I'm missing out on if I just pick one of these.
Yeah, and sadly, the bad feeling for the options you don't take, that scales up to all the options you didn't take, just because we're paranoid.
Yeah, because, like, when that was just 3 or 4 options most. Oh,
that was manageable, yeah.
Basically,
humans are shit.
Humans are shit. It seems to be the fundamental part of it, really.
I'm still pissed off about the FLAC version of the Toho soundtracks, literally missing at least one layer of harmony. What the fuck, guys? Like, what are they even doing?
I've got to wonder, yeah, because how do you just end up removing part of it?
Well, I think they've been recorded somehow from different sources, so...
Why?
I think they're from CDs, but I don't know, what the fuck? Surely Zun wouldn't make this mistake. I don't get it. Because unless I can find a different set of FLAC rips and stick them to the MP3s because they actually sound like the games.
That's a fair point, I mean...
What's the point in having a lossless rendition of the wrong thing?
Somewhat similarly to the problem of having too many choices, where my opinion is, oh no, we might fail to choose something and then not watch anything, what a disaster. Oh no, it might sound different to the Toho games. That would be terrible.
But it is the Toho soundtracks. So
I can see your point.
Games,
presumably if you're listening to it, you want it to sound like the games for some obscene reason.
Well, that's the point. That is the point.
I'm gonna say I like this poison arrow thing.
It's alright. I don't like the global chat though. The global chat's fucking awful.
Well, when is it ever not fucking awful? Find me a game with a good global chat and I will play it. Probably.
Okay, maybe. I could give you an episode of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Okay, that's similar to the thing that I just suggested. Alright, having thought about that for a second, I'm not convinced that it is at all the same as the thing I just suggested.
Okay. Is anyone else in the fucking IRC? There's one person. Sebo3E. Hello, Sebo3E.
Hello, Sebo3E. Apologies, I can't pay much attention to the chat, so I have this gentleman with me who pays attention to the chat. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, I haven't actually looked at the chat for a few minutes, but he just happened to come in now, so hey.
Well, that was positively timely then.
God, have I been here for like fucking an hour? Really?
I think we have been here for quite a while, yeah.
That does not feel like an hour at all.
To be fair, we did name a lot of anime.
True, but still, I've been in the mumble for an hour and like 12 minutes. What the shit?
What are we actually doing with our lives?
I don't know.
We could be doing anything else. We could be outside.
We could have been anything that we wanted to be.
I'm not going outside though. I'm still playing Path of Exile. The weather's really nice today as well. It's really windy and quite sunny. A little cold maybe.
The weather's okay today. It's a little cold. It's not really windy. It's not like sunny either, but it's not dreary at all. It's quite fresh. Yesterday it was absolutely fucking bombing it down all night since about 5 in the afternoon. It was almost like
absolutely bombing it down. That's a nice one. Es stüttet wie aus Eimern.
Stüttet wie aus Eimern, yeah. And Sebo 3E left.
Oh well, I guess our conversation was not that interesting.
It was too shit.
It was an attempt.
There was.
I found another Darkshrine, and that's what matters.
Oh, good.
Alright. Let's open a portal. Take all my clothes off again.
Lewd.
Basically, yeah. Most of the characters in this game are decently dressed under their armour.
Most.
Templar doesn't seem to have any pants. So, it's only the mercy of the camera angles preventing you from seeing his majestic dong flapping in the wind.
Disgusting.
So what's this ring that I picked up? Pyre, sapphire ring. Cold resistance and fire resistance, increased burning damage, converts all your cold damage to fire damage, and destroys enemies that you set on fire so they can't be raised as undead, or decimated or anything.
Is he so majestic that he has hairs on his glands?
That's decent.
Now there's a horrible, horrible thought.
Yeah, it is a bit. I have to say horrible is pretty much how I would describe that as well.
Because obviously you can't shave them.
Yeah, that...
Plucking them would be unpleasant.
Yeah, and I can see that wax is really just not happening.
That's not happening at all. That's so not happening.
Mercifully, you'd have to be... I think that would be a genetic defect.
That would be a very serious genetic defect.
Let's be glad that that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, I've heard of people having hairs grow under their finger and toenails.
I think I've heard of that as well, yeah. Briefly.
Well, how absolutely fucking horrible.
Please, one time. Oh, it created a naked clone of myself. I mean, you know, I'm not going to object. This Empower Gem is actually going to level before I get at the quality, isn't it? That's just embarrassing.
So what was the point of this? So what did that copy of you do?
Well, if I'd had my clothes on, they'd have been a powerful ally to help me fight enemies. But they're naked, so they're useless. What I wanted was these items here made them have increased critical strike multiplier. And if it selects that one from the list of affixes, it'll pick an item in your inventory that can have quality and max out the quality of that item.
Oh, okay.
Now, gems with quality are very powerful, in particular the Empower Gem that I was using there gains 100% increased experience when it has quality on it. The gems are a lot like the materia from Final Fantasy VII, except that there are support gems which
do what?
They increase the power of gems that they're linked to. You'll see
you
this.
Have that, you have that in Final Fantasy VII too.
Oh, you had that in Final Fantasy VII. I never got to any, I guess.
No, you didn't. You didn't give it a chance.
Okay.
Basically, I'm going to bring this old topic up again. You didn't let Final Fantasy VII get good.
Understand. Yeah, I'll grant that. But the thing is, you've got it Mabasian reasoning.
It is good to see you. It is good to see you.
Do I want to do any more of this?
It is good to see you.
I don't know.
The ancestors watch over you.
So yeah, you have your skill gems. They link up to form links.
Warrior. And hurry.
That particular one, Empower, increases the gem level of the gem that it's of the active gem that it's connected to, if any, but only once it's level 2 or higher, and it takes tons of experience to level it. So if you can get quality on it, which gives it increased experience gain, that's very, very good.
Yeah, okay.
No, shit, that was entirely the wrong thing to do. Base to Mortal Call. Almighty RNGesus.
RNGesus.
Yeah, that was easy.
Another. You are a welcome sight.
I could. No, I don't really want to. So yeah, you need to take off all your clothes because they can be given quality, and sacrifice a crit multi-item and cross your fingers. And I must have done that 12, 13 times in a row now, still perfection. It'll all work out in the end, though. Okay. Miruki Homusu. Oh yes, that's the folder full of screenshots from. Why do we have an anime folder and a degeneracy folder?
Because they're not the same! Did you listen to the MP3s I posted, by the way?
I didn't. Let's call it quits with Path of Exile for now. I accomplished everything I set out to accomplish.
Excellent.